It always seems impossible until it's done. That was said by Nelson Mandela. It is time to mourn the death of career politics and celebrate the rebirth of servant leadership in Kenya. We are visionary change agents, young, pragmatic, and result-driven with passion for sustainable development, holistic improvement of the welfare of disadvantaged, vulnerable minorities in Kenya. Politicians are not the villains we deserve. They are the villains we want. And please unpack this message to your family, relatives, friends, colleagues, person seated next to you in a matatu, small community faith group members that you fellowship or share with, because herein lies our hope. This is a call to new leaders, a new breed of young, visionary change agents, including the old change agents that are willing to join hands and transform Kenya. These are new leaders who are willing to enter into an MOU with their respective jurisdictions, with the president committing to the Kenyan people, the county governors and senators making commitments to their respective counties, the constituencies and county assemblies having the aspiring women reps, members of parliament, and the members of county assembly respectively, through official party committing as follows: that they accept to a pay cut and commit to pass a new salary scale as the first law upon being elected, and that they commit to use NHIF as the only insurance for elected leaders, and that they commit to use NSSF as the only official pension scheme for all elected leaders. And of course, they are free to have private contribution, but that would be coming from their personal kitties or personal salary. And that all their children will use public primary and secondary schools in Kenya. Now remember, this new crop of leaders are potentially young. They're still having young families, and so their children are likely attending primary or secondary schools. And they are committing through an MOU that they'll be moving their children to the public primary or secondary schools, whichever applies. And that all elected leaders are committing to use public hospital only. And why are we making these commitments? This is because it's the only avenue for selfless service and for them to be improved for all Kenyans' benefits. Such facilities as car grants, sitting allowances, and home loans will be scrapped for all elected leaders. And before that gets you, we have a proposed salary scale that would be modest. And the proposed salary scale is modest in order to provide savings that will support other key functions that will make the government run smoothly and that will improve service delivery for common people. The president's salary will be down from 1.4 million to $500,000. The deputy president will be coming down from 1.2 million to 450,000. Senators will be moving from about $1 million to 350,000. Governors from about $1 million to 400,000. Members of parliament and the women reps will be moving from about $1 million to 250,000. And the members of county assembly will be moving from 144,000 to 100,000. And the MOUs are signed with this new salary scale commitment, because remember, this will be the first law to be passed upon election of this group of young visionaries. To facilitate their work, each and every elected member will be provided with a state-owned jurisdiction vehicle, which will be serving as the official vehicle for their official work as elected leaders. And they'll also be provided with a bus card. One thing that we intend to introduce is the high capacity buses as one of the ways to combat the traffic situation, and that will come as a fringe benefit to all the elected leaders. And the one thing that they will get for the sacrifice that they are making is that they will all be immortalized in a monument to be built in their honor for taking this leap of faith, taking these salary cuts, and agreeing to transform the nation through their selfless service that is aimed to improve healthcare, the medical scheme provided by NHIF, the pension scheme through the NSSF, improve education nationally, and all other services. Now, how we will fundraise in the 5 years of the first term is through very clear tax revenue collection mechanism, and it is our hope that the people are joining hands with the new administration or aspirants and will be happy to contribute taxes to run and deliver in all these pledges and commitments being made. And the savings reduced from overheads will also go towards facilitating development work. Fines and penalties will provide another significant pool of revenue for the government. Foreigners and visitors who are not having the Huduma number will be a key resource in revenue collection, and the commitment that we will not take any loan in the 5 years when the government is elected. And indirectly, this will be done through an empowered judiciary to ensure that they are able to make very expeditious decisions on cases involving corruption and other cases. The Huduma number is intended to be fully adopted, and Huduma number will be used purposefully to ensure that all citizens receive services at very modest rates. This Huduma number will be very critical in provision of primary education, because all children who are holding the Huduma card will access free primary education, will access free high school education, and will be able to access the HELB facility should they opt to join a TVET institution or a university. The Huduma number will also be important in healthcare because it will be used to access very subsidized, if not free at some point, healthcare. And the Huduma card will also be important in rental of properties. All residents and other people who are renting properties and do not have Huduma number will pay additional fees that will go directly to the government for service provision to them, and this is part of revenue generation strategy adopted by the new visionary leaders. The rule of law will strictly be followed, and this will ensure everything works in tandem. Our humble appeal is that let's not mix the old and the new. We are appealing to all Kenyans. We are appealing to all voters. We are passionately appealing to the youth, who are the majority of the voters. Please do not elect anyone who's ever been elected again, because any single old leader will come and corrupt the house, and that will create complications that might be irreparable and might be an impediment to the commitments we are making. And on this, we are putting a call to all the youth and all people who are passionate about change, that let us hold our mantra and let's fagia wote.
Thank you for securing my future. That is the Kenya I want.